Hello, everybody. Thank you for tuning in for another episode of Meet the Shoe.
Hello. Hi. I see you guys.
We decided to check in on the video today to give you guys a little bit of update on the podcast and the things we've been doing since we all been locked in the house. So, we are using the stay-at-home method. Why? Because we're tired of seeing people die, right?
Right.
So we want to give you an update on what we've been doing since we've been off, since March?
March 17th, I got the notification that I had to close down my salon.
Okay.
So.
And what have you been doing since to make money? Because that was your, sole means of income. So what have you been doing to stay afloat?
Well, right now, I've been helping. We've been selling masks, making masks and selling them.
Yeah.
And then selling some of my products that I have online, www.cashmereluxhairsalon.com. So if you want to see it, just click the link and we'll provide all the information there. But I sell all natural hair care products and stuff. It's been going a little better because people can't come out and get their hair done. And I show them, this is what you use to, do your own blowouts and stuff like that. So, it's a little means of income to pay a light bill or something like that. But far as paying my other bills that's part of the salon, it's going to be hard because they're not giving any reprieve to small business owners right now. I've applied for everything, the deed, the Minnesota deed, the federal part, the Covid19, the PPP, and I haven't heard a thing from anybody. So it's kind of frustrating, you know what I'm saying? But I know I got to keep on kicking my feet and going out here and try to find a means every day. So
have you had any source of income as far as any help or any resources we could give anyone to get them to, help? Is there anybody that you think that we could contact as far as barbers and beauty shops?
Only thing I could think of is right now they are the unemployment, which they're saying self-employed and independent contractors can now fill out an application and try and get the unemployment. But right now still saying 0, and they haven't, really.
Well, you check in weekly.
Yes.
And you ask weekly. And then they will backdate you once they start giving it to you. They'll roll it back to you. Okay.
Yeah.
As far as me, I've been the mask maker. I've been making masks. I've been selling my body butter. And I've been doing good with the body butter.
Yes.
And I've been doing good with the lip gloss. I guess everybody wants to have lip gloss.
Hey.
Everybody wants the lip gloss, and everybody wants to keep their hands moist because with the hand sanitizer, also been selling hand sanitizer, but kind of been running out because it's been a shortage on alcohol. So I've been only able to sell a few here and there, but definitely the mask and definitely the body butter. All flavors been selling out. So I've been doing good on that. As far as the unemployment, I applied for the unemployment. I haven't heard not one thing. So I don't know anyone, maybe you guys can give us some information on some people that might have got the unemployment faster. Give us some tips on how we can, get it done faster. As far as income, as far as rent being paid, make sure you pay your rent. Don't believe none of those stories about rent is not due. No, rent is due. Rent is due tomorrow.
Okay.
Rent is due tomorrow. May 1st, tomorrow, rent is due. And no matter what, pay your rent. If you're not able to pay all of your rent, communicate with your landlord. No, your landlord can't evict you.
Yes.
That's illegal right now. But who wants a bigger bill? You want a bigger bill? I want to pay and pay and pay until I can't no more. So we advise you to make sure you pay your rent. Anything else that you have in your house that you can sell, that you can get rid of to make sure your rent is paid, guess what? Shelter is the number one thing important, because who wants to go living up in somebody else's house,
right?
And then you don't know who they're exposed to, and then they can bring something in the house. You just don't want to be living or being uncomfortable during this pandemic. You don't. So them are the tips that us at Meet the Shoe advise to you as the viewers to pay your rent.
Right.
Get creative. Do some other things that people might need. If you got a car and you got a little extra gas, because gas is down now, go find some people that need someone to Instacart for you. Be your own Instacart.
Yes.
Ask them what's the grocery list. Charge them a price and then set your price and leave it as that. Deliver to them. It's so many old people and so many other people that don't have a car and scared to get on the bus that need your help. Wherever your help is needed, get creative. Get those 7 talents that the Lord has given you.
Yes.
And put them to use. Don't just focus on the job. One thing that the pandemic has showed us, that we have other things that we're capable of. And the number one thing that God is showing us, no matter what, is to be with family.
Right.
To be with the ones that truly love and care about you. Definitely keep your social distance. I mean, we're not social distancing right now, right? But we're around each other on a weekly basis. As far as not just our podcasting, we have other businesses that we have to communicate on a weekly basis. But we advise you to continue to social distance, and as time goes on, we'll give you tips and things that we're using to build up our immune system to make sure that we stay healthy and that we don't get contracted with the virus or contract anyone else with the virus. We also advise you highly, wash your hands or keep hand sanitizer with you in your purse, in your pocket, in your shoe if you have to, just in case. And another thing that a lot of people been worried about, since this is a new thing, some people are scared to be like, could you stand back some? Don't be afraid to protect your health. If someone walks up on you and they're a little close, step back and just advise them that I'm not trying to be offensive, but I want a social distance, because I don't know. You never know. So just don't be afraid to do that.
And then all this social distancing is kind of teaching us about healthy boundaries with each other.
Yes, definitely.
Just kind of keep a space between each other. But you know what? Remember our last podcast we did, right? With Butterfly.
Yes.
Now,
Yes.
Update on Butterfly.
Yes. Okay. How's she doing? Butterfly is Tanzania.
She's been out roughly March.
2 months. Almost 2 months.
Right when the pandemic was happening, and she got transferred here to the Twin Cities because they didn't have anything to offer her in Olmsted County.
Right.
So,
and
now,
Olmsted County is where?
In Rochester,
Minnesota. Okay.
She has a job, but the job she goes, take a bus ride or get a ride half an hour away to work.
Right.
And may work 2 or 3 hours.
That's it?
Sometime, they send her home.
Wow.
So since all this is going on, I can see the challenges, people getting out of prison. There's a lot of people that are releasing from prison due to the COVID.
Right.
So how are these people are supposed to live? They're not, they might be leaving out with gate fee. They may not.
Right.
Most people gate fee is maybe $100 to $500, you know what I'm saying, if they're saving or whatever. So how can these people take care of themselves? Not alone their family, if they have children or something like that.
Right.
How can they take care of themselves? They can't even work a job. It's nothing to do. So what? I don't understand. It's really frustrating because, she's going back and forth, and I'm like, this is not a way to, enter society.
Right. No, not at all.
It's not a good way.
And they don't even have any resources for her.
No.
They don't want her to catch the bus. And if she catches the bus, it takes her, they're only giving her 2.5 hours to get to work, and then 2.5 hours to get back.
Wow.
If she doesn't get back, then she will be penalized for it. If she doesn't make it back on time. That's so sad, because everybody knows that time is of the essence of everything.
Right.
And you can control your time if you're the one driving to an extent. But if someone else is driving or you're getting on a bus, how are you being penalized for not being back on time, especially with what's going on right now? So,
and I know at some states, since they letting people out, like Michigan, I think Illinois. The person don't have a place to stay, a residence address. They put them in a hotel.
Right.
But how long that's gonna last? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Well, you know, they only gonna pay for so much.
Right.
The state DOC. So it's interesting to see what's unfolding and what's going on.
Right.
You know, because they don't have any. No, you can't even talk to your PO or anything.
No.
Because they're not even working really. You know what I'm saying? It's like
unless they contact you.
Yeah. So it's like
another thing that an update as far as Minnesota law and rules that are in place now. What's going to happen for us Monday, from what the governor said today on the news, was Monday they will open up some retail spots.
Right.
And the only thing that Sade will be able to do is, she's not able to do hair yet, but if she wants to sell her products, all her products, she could sit in her salon all day. She can give out tips and she can sell her products.
Right.
That's it. She cannot service anyone.
No.
And all the barbers and beauticians were calling in on the news today upset about why he's holding, because here's the thing. He was going by what other states are doing, particularly Georgia.
Right.
The state of Georgia. He said that if those numbers raise up past the point where he doesn't feel that on May, what was it, the 18th or the 15th?
18th of May.
18th of May. If by the 18th of May those numbers don't rise, then he'll let up on the stay at home order some. He's not gonna let it off at all. It'll be probably not off until some time now, he said. But if we practice the social distancing and washing our hands and doing what we're supposed to do, then he will keep the stay at home in place, right? Now, here's the thing that's weird about this is if the numbers go up, right? How long will we be in seclusion? Exactly. If we're following the directions of other states or countries that have went through this, right? If this is on someone previous, I feel that there would have been at least a cure by now, don't you think?
No, it's still kind of too soon right now. So
yeah, how do they know exactly that it's gonna be a year from now? Because how do they know that?
Other tests they have, like flu shots and all that stuff.
But they're saying that in the winter that it's gonna come back.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you think about that? By the winter, it's gonna come back, and they say it's gonna be worse. Now, if it's gonna be worse, is it gonna be worse because of the flu and interacting with it, or how do they know that, and how do they know that next year they're gonna have a cure? Because the Mayo Clinic has been doing a wonderful job.
Yes, they are doing really good.
Pence has come down there yesterday.
And he didn't wear a mask.
And so that really, he said...
Now, what is that saying?
Everyone's saying that, how come Pence didn't wear a mask? He must have a magical tool to prevent him from getting it. No, the thing about it is that the reason why he didn't have a mask on, because he feels like everyone else is social distancing. So since everyone else is social distancing, maybe he didn't need to wear a mask. But I didn't think that was a good idea.
No, he should have worn a mask, I think.
Yeah. He's telling the whole country to wear a mask and how important a mask is.
So why would you tell someone to do something when you're not doing it yourself?
Right. Exactly.
So,
well, you guys, we just wanted to give you an update on what we've been doing podcast wise. We will be hitting you off with some great meals that we've been eating.
Right.
Sade will be giving you some hair tips. I will give you some skin care regimens. So there will be more to come from NSMeettheshu.
Just stay safe, everybody, please.
Yes.
Please stay safe.
Continue to wash your hands. Wear your mask, please. and keep your distance. Thank you for tuning in.